It sounds so imaginable. This also how I see it. But for me, I can't believe something like this will ever happen to me. Believe me.
Hi.
How are you guys doing? I came in here today to explain to you guys what I meant by saying I got signs that shows me that this stranger will be my husband. As funny as it sounds, this is the truth. I had signs that I saw and understood that this my Mr. Stranger is going to be my husband. Believe it or not, these feelings, these signs were too great. It was too huge that I was in no doubt, and I believe strongly that he is the one. But then come on, how are you going to explain to a total stranger that now I know I have received the sign and I'm convinced you're going to be my husband? That would be the most stupid thing for you to do. So I kept to my business because this must come from him. Like they say also, when you speak in tongue, somebody should be there to translate what you are speaking. What you're speaking, other people must understand what you're speaking. So it's exactly what happened. So it happened that the same thing I understood, he also understood, because he got a message, not exactly the same, but something similar to this message I got. You need to believe me. I'm not here to tell you fake stories. Yeah, it's unbelievable because it has never happened to you. This kind of strange story you've not also heard before. And this is why I said, this is my Mr. Stranger. Because this is either magic, miracle, because I'm not fetish. My parents are not fetish. He's also not. So I don't see anything so mysteriously in it. It must be the hand of God working. And since this thing has resulted today as a very positive thing, no one else can be responsible for this if not for God. As a child, I've always prayed and said, God, give me that one that is my own. I've always prayed for this stranger I don't know that might be in future my husband. I've always prayed for protection. I've always prayed for God to show us ourselves when it's time. Maybe this is the reason why I answered the call in Spain. God has a hand in doing this, and if I'm here today, still I'm still here today, then this must be the hands of God working. So to tell you that I'm the kind of people who see some signs sometimes, or who feel something when something is about to happen. Mostly things are going wrong. I feel more when this is about to go wrong. Like sometimes when I'm somewhere where something bad is going to happen, I might start feeling strange, feeling so uncomfortable, having this feeling of going home, and which I know many people in Igbo land also say they feel like this sometimes, and when they go out of there, the thing will happen. This has happened to me many times. I'll give you an example. I was in my 39 weeks pregnancy. Then my husband traveled, and it happened that they have to deliver me goods. I was counting some money to give the people who are delivering me the goods. Then suddenly, a young man walked into the shop. This guy is like 2 meters thereabout, and he walked in with this basketball t-shirt, and he asked me if we have cigarette to sell. Then I said, no, we don't have it. Then he left. When he left, something in my mind said, close the door. I said, what is close the door? How can I leave this and I'm doing now? I'm already late. Let me finish in time. Why would I leave this now and go and close the door? Then he says again, close the door. I said, how close the door? And what is about this closed door is that sometimes your mind tells you something. It's what your mind is telling you. Then I don't feel this ghost pimple in my body. But sometimes when I hear this kind of things, I feel this ghost pimple, then I take it so seriously. But that day, being that this doesn't happen every time, I ignored it. Then I had this again, close the door now. I ignored it again, but what I had again moved me, like, you know how your things are. I got this shaking body, ghost pimple. I got so scared, and I ran to close the door. When I got to the door, this young man was standing like this, near the door, beside the door, and he was thinking deeply. Then, as I was shaking, I just closed the door so fast. Immediately as I close the door like this. This noise that the door shows when it closes like this, and came a kind of whatever I would say my own language sounds like a sound. Came my door closing, came the key. I turned, and this man pushing this door with all force, and was shocked. I just locked the door. He looked at me like this and he walked away. Just take for instance, I did not listen to this voice. What would happen to me? So I thank God I listened to the voice. This is just to tell you the kind of signs I get when things is about to happen. It doesn't happen every time because I'm not a prophetess. It doesn't happen every time that I get the sign. But sometimes, like I said, I feel these signs sometimes, and I like so much to obey to them because I don't want to make a mistake. So many things has happened like this in my life. There's another one. Some of us in Igbo land or in Africa will feel that sometimes you want to get, like when we came back to the village, you want to go and get your clothes that is wet. You wash your clothes and you want to go and remove it out of the wire outside, and suddenly you want to touch the clothes and you started feeling a kind of fear. This shows that there's something in the clothes. Immediately you hit it, the word deco will run away. If you know about that, then you believe with me that I can feel some things and I can know sometimes when I'm in danger. Thank you so much. I'll stop this today and I will continue next time to tell you how I met, or the process I went through before I met my Mr. Stranger. Thank you so much.